India spends about 5.5% of its defense budget on R&D. If you look at US and China, they spend between 10 to 15% of their defense budget on R&D. And their budget is much higher than our defense budget. So if we have to catch up with them, it is going to be very challenging unless we increase the percentage of our defense R&D spending.
As India's Defence Research and Development Organization celebrates its 68th Foundation Day, it is time to give India's R&D a reality check. On this, DRDO's chief, Samir V. Kamath, has been blunt, and he's right. India cannot aspire to be a strategic autonomy while underfunding the very engine that produces it, and that is defence research and development. The hard numbers speak by themselves. Today, India spends just about 5.5 to 5.75% of its defense budget on research and development, roughly 0.65% of GDP. Now compare that with that of United States and China. They invest 15% of their defense outlays into future technologies. This gap isn't academic. It shows up on the battlefield in sensors, engines, seekers, autonomy, cyber resilience, and space-based systems. While the weapons can be bought, but the technologies are always grown. So why this holds India back? Low research and development spending forces India into a cycle of importing critical subsystems, accepting black box technologies, paying premiums for upgrades and integration that directly undermines Atmanirbharta. You cannot make in India what you don't design in India. True self-reliance begins not on the assembly line, but in the laboratory. The future is not in platforms, it is in domains. Next wars won't be decided only by tanks or fighters. They'll be decided by AI-driven decision systems like Chanakya, cyber and electronic warfare dominance, space situational awareness, autonomous and unmanned swarms. These are R&D's heavy domains, not off-the-shelf purchases. If India underinvests now, it will overpay later in money, time and strategic leverage. The private sector is the force multiplier. Mr. Kamath's second point is equally critical. Industry collaboration. The private sector brings speed, software talent, system engineering, risk appetite. DRDO does not need to do everything by itself. It needs to architect ecosystem, fund breakthrough research and let industry scale it. This is how global defense innovators operate. India cannot remain the exception. Hence, the bottom line is that defense research and development is not an expenditure, it is strategic insurance. If India wants freedom of action against Pakistan, China, or in multipolar world, it must pay upfront for ideas, not just inventory. Spend more, spend smarter, and spend it now before the next war decides the cost for us. And that's my take.